Hey everybody, welcome to another live stream from Misfit Corner Comics Presents. I went ahead and hit the button a few minutes early because, we're always running late as it is, so, well. I'm just going to send out a couple of quick notifications and then we will get going. Do, 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 do. And do the Twitter. Tweet. We have twitted and we have tweeted. Alright. Hey Avery, how's it going, man? Oh. Actually started somewhat on time today. I know you're impressed. I know impressed is just pouring out of your pores. You're so impressed with me today. Ugh. Just grabbing my stuff, see what I want to work on tonight. All right. Well, I was working on setting up some hero pages for book 1, and they're coming along very nicely. It's so funny, I'll get to one page and I'll make sure it's centered right, and I'll make sure everything's where it needs to be, and then I'll save it out and I'll tweak it, and then I'll realize like one panel, one character doesn't have the pink in the ears, and I'm like, damn it! Damn it, Avery! So, well, I know it's coming. No big deal. Hey, Jason, how's it going, man? I missed you last time. Hey, I went to Target today and found some solo Legos. I didn't make a video because, man, nobody cares. But I did find solo Legos, solo action figures, solo pops. So where our stores are finally getting them. But on Friday the 13th, the day that they were supposed to release a bunch of that stuff, we didn't find nothing. There was nothing out there. It was rather disappointing. Let's see, this is my .9, right? Yes, it is. Where's my other one? Ugh. Well, do we want to go back and take them out? Because if they're a separate layer, they could easily come out. I mean, we have not printed in full color yet. So, really? You bought the Falcon? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Avery, I'm serious. If you want to go back and remove the pink, I mean, I think on most of them it's a separate layer. We could easily turn it off. I have no problem with that whatsoever. It's not a layer. Well, Mother Cracker, we could probably still remove them. Hell, I got some of the early on pages that didn't have them, so we can incorporate those. I liked it for some of the characters, but if it's one of those, it's kind of like Hero's Tail, I sometimes forget to draw it. If coloring, you sometimes forget to add the pink, people are going to notice it's going to stand out, No, Jason, I have not found a policeman yet. I have been looking. That not very many stores has put out new boxes, virgin boxes that haven't been picked through and touched yet, so. Hey, Jason, guess what I found out this weekend? We have a brick builder store or whatever here in town. It's like a small business type thing, but they sell knockoff Legos and They have a sign in the window where they claim to have the largest selection of minifigs. So Mike and I may make a trip over there and check them out one day. So, well, I'm just saying, Avery, if we want to go back, I mean, there was a time um, where I was drawing Heroes. I was drawing his eyebrows as triangles, thick triangles. And after a while, I stopped doing that. I didn't like doing it, so I went back and I digitally changed all the eyebrows so that they were thinner and more like lines that could actually be, changed around and actually allow for more expressions in them. So, yeah, Mike likes some of the fake Legos, but I mean, if they have a large set of real Legos, it'd be worth looking into, but oh well. Needless to say, I talked to Mike earlier today, and we were talking about the Kickstarter campaign, and I made two decisions. And the first one I'm going to tell you all about now, and that's what's going to lead to what we're going to be working on tonight. But the second one, kind of going to wait till closer to the end of the campaign. But I had always originally planned for the book to be 44 pages, which would include 5 to 6 extra pages for an extra story. And I got really excited about doing this extra story. It's going to be something that has to do with Brock and Hero when Hero's still a little kid. It kind of takes place directly after the scene in which Hero is by the pond chasing the frog by himself. And then we have the transition scene where he puts his finger in the water and the ripples happen, and then it shows the grown-up version. Well, this 5 to 6 extra pages was going to take place directly after that scene when he's still a baby, still a little kid, where Brock comes up and literally introduces Pudge to Hero. This is like the first meeting of Pudge and Hero, because in the second chapter, Pudge shows up and they've been friends for since they were little kids and everything, but we never told the story of how they met. We never told any of the adventures of what they did, what they got up to when they were little kids. So I got really excited about doing this extra story, and I went ahead and I posted on the Kickstarter that it was going to be one of our stretch goals is to extend the book to 44 pages. But the honest truth was I'd always planned on doing 44 pages anyway. I actually put that into the budget. So what I've decided we're going to announce is that we're going to get rid of those two stretch goals. Those two stretch goals were for $1,000 to add 4 pages, and for $1,200 to add 4 more pages for a total of 44 pages. Well, we're going to add that as an overall goal to begin with. So if we reach the funding goal, the book is going to be 44 pages with 5 to 6 extra pages of story. So it's going to happen no matter what. And I want to do that because I've been excited about doing the extra pages. The idea of doing this, the idea was just to have stretch goals. Where really, to be honest with you, I'll be amazed if this campaign meets its goal to begin with. So I'm not too worried about it, but at this point. But what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to actually start working on ideas for this for these 5 to 6 extra pages. Start doing some little layouts, and we will work on those pages during live streams and so forth as we go along. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Let's see. I'm just going to set out some ideas. Now, I thought about the first page will be a even number page, so it'll be on the facing side, so that when you turn the page, it's an even number page, and we can make that into a splash page. So page 2 of this would be a splash page. And my idea is to have Hero like sitting on a rock, and Brock walks up behind him. And he's like, "Hey, little guy," type of thing. That's a very... Well, Brock's really big compared to Hero, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna make this fit, unless he's down on like one knee. Well, maybe. Or I can make Hero a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's the idea. That's the way I can do it. And he's got his hands cupped together. He's like, "Hey, little guy, I want to show you something." And he's actually gonna show him Pudge. Actually, you know what? Instead of having Hero sitting down, we'll have him standing up. That may make more sense. Yeah, actually, Jason, we're planning on doing our very first Google Hangout live via YouTube tomorrow. Avery and I have been talking about this idea for a little while now about doing a kind of a joint hangout in which we review movies. That's the main thing that we're gonna do. It may broaden into something else depending if whatever. We're gonna see what happens. But Avery's been gearing up to review one of the movies that I like, one of his all-time favorite movies for last year. Well, we may not both be visible on screen. It may just be our logos, but you're going to hear both of our voices. That's the whole thing. So Avery picked the movie. He picked Last Jedi. He said he really, 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 really wanted to review Last Jedi. And I said, sure, okay, cool. And then I said I get to pick the next movie. So we're going to, most likely after Last Jedi, we're going to review Pitch Perfect 3. Because it's one of the movies I like, and so we'll go back and forth. We'll pick a movie Avery likes, and then we'll pick a movie I like, and then we'll pick a movie Avery likes. But yeah, he was very adamant, almost demanding that we do a review of Last Jedi. Told me this morning. He says, I cannot wait to rewatch this movie for our review. And I said, oh, okay, cool. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Well, Jason, if you would like to join, I would gladly send an invite out to you. We actually attempted to do it on just a standard Google Hangout, but I was having a dick of a time trying to get the audio to work right. So. Oh, just babbling, Avery, just babbling. Just my normal nonsense type stuff. Why do you hate me? I mean, it's gonna be hilarious. Actually, we were riffing back and forth during lunch Sunday, and I don't know exactly why we went on several different tangents, and we had a tangent about Bambi, and Avery was just having such a good time. Yeah, Jason, I deleted that one. I know I said it, but ah well. But there's at one point Avery went on a rant that was just hilarious, and then Mike stopped him and said, "Dude, you got to remember that one. That one's a really good one." He's like, "Yeah, okay, I got to remember that one." So I tell you what, if Bambi is ever released on a steelbook in a steelbook case set, we're gonna do a pretty funny review. But we'll see. We'll see if how that happens. But yeah, sometime tomorrow, Jason. I don't think we've set up a time. We're gonna do a Google Hangout live. It's kind of like a live stream, and we're gonna talk about our favorite movies, and it should be interesting. It should be funny. We'll see. Well, let me put it this way: I will be bland and really bad dad jokes, and Avery will be funny. I've been told numerous times that I'm not funny, so that's okay. That's okay. Get back to this thing. This may be difficult. This may be actually difficult to draw a little bit. Trying to draw. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. Well, the way the Google Hangout works is depending on how you set it up. I think how we're going to have it set up is depending on who's talking is whose image appears on the screen. And you can turn on and off a camera, or you can just have your logo showing. So it may be my logo, his logo, my logo, his logo during the chat. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is one of those things I've been trying to encourage Avery to do for a while, and I think it'll be hilarious. Or it could be completely horrible, crash and burn type of thing. So it's one of two things. It's going to be funny, or it's going to be so horrible nobody will ever will never turn us on again. So I think that's one of the reasons why Avery thinks it'd be good to do it on my channel. Because the potential chance of it crashing and burning completely is pretty high. But it's something we're going to give it a shot, We're always trying to come up with ideas for new things to do on our channels, and that is something we're gonna give a shot to. Give a little try to. I mean, come on, if everybody else can do it, we can do it, right? We'll do it right in the middle of the workday, so nobody will be there to join us because everybody's working, but. Let me know when the tag needs to make an appearance. TAG, what does that stand for? Oh, okay. Well, tomorrow's Tuesday, so Tuesday's a whole different thing. Oh, Mike, let me show you guys something. This is what Mike worked on tonight. I made a video of this. He put together this is the crawler, whatever it is, from the Justice League movie. It's the one where Batman rides in it. It has shooting guns and it's supposed to shoot and all. It's got these legs that you can drive it, or you can crawl around. So, oh, token Asian guy. Of course, we need a token Asian guy. And this set that he just did comes with two parademons. Green parademons. Kind of cool. A Batman with a grappling hook. I'm sure Avery's digging this because, you know, he's really into Batman. You got to do a thing for a thing tomorrow. What time? Well, we can always do it after. It's not a big deal. And it also came with the Flash. Flash. Ah. He's the savior of the universe. I think that's a different Flash, but oh well. That's the song that keeps sticking in my head. Well, if you want to do it Wednesday or you want to do it Thursday, it don't matter to me. I haven't announced it really, so we can do it whenever you're available. It's not a big deal. It's not like the movie's gonna get stale. But I'm trying to convince Avery to actually go see movies, go see more movies in the theater, and do reviews afterwards. And I swear that's gonna be torture for him. You know, it's bad enough I force him to watch my movies that are on my Vudu account when I go out and buy a new movie, but then to actually go to the theater and sit through these things, oh my God, that would kill him. All right. Back to sketching. Little hero meeting little Pudge for the very first time. I have to sit down and actually do a proper design for Pudge because, I mean, his whole backstory is that when he was born, he was really pudgy, and that's why he got the name Pudge. You know, but I never drew him as a baby. I've drawn him as a child, but never as a baby. So it might be cute to draw him like as a little fat little chick, you know? Oh, I know. Oh, I'm sure, Avery, you watched The Walking Dead last night because they had a couple of really awesome trailers. They had a new trailer for Solo, which actually looked really good. They had a new trailer for Jurassic World 2, which looked fantastic. They also had a trailer for a new movie coming out called Hotel Artemis, I think. Let me see if I can look it up really quick. It looks like it could be an interesting movie. Let's see, Hotel Artemis, yeah. If you get a chance, Avery, check out the trailer for Hotel Artemis. I think that's one that might be cool. Got Jeff Goldblum and Jodie Foster and a couple other people. Say, oh, I know you don't watch TV, but you have the internet. God dang it! You could look it up. You could look up the trailer if you really wanted to. Oh, and there was another trailer. I don't know if it premiered last night or not, but there's one of the places I go to is the moviebox.net. It's where I see all current new trailers. They have a new trailer called In Darkness. It's got what's her name from Game of Thrones? What is her name? Natalie Dormer. I think she's awesome. I think she's really hot. But she plays a blind girl in it, and the movie looks interesting. So we'll have to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might be 6 pages. Let's do a double splash here. Well, no, maybe I want to do, because Brock has to say something to these guys. And then have them looking up at him. Well, maybe it will be 5 pages. This might be good. This is a good way to end it. Little buddies walking along, best friends for life. And then we got Brock in the background. Well, it's not a very good Brock, but you get the idea. The end. I just had to do the first page. But needless to say, the trailers looked really good. They had there's a new trailer for Deadpool 2. I don't have very high hopes for Deadpool 2 to begin with. We'll see. We'll see how that ends up going. You know, it's one we'll probably see in the theaters and so forth and all, but the second ones are usually really good or they're really bad. Because you know it's all about making that money. Put a project out there and make the money. Oh, and The Incredibles 2 has a new trailer too, which is pretty awesome. We need a steelbook for The Incredibles. Jason, Avery, and I had a conversation about specifically in regards to the movies that I do buy. And I told him, I said, you know, even if it's not one I've seen or one I know anything about, or, you know, if they put it out in a steelbook case, I'll usually give it a shot. And he's like, you're buying movies based simply on the case it comes in. I said, well, yeah, you know. Jason does that too. Jason buys movies like that. Probably not as often as I do, but yeah, still. Okay. You know, I gotta go back to some of those old pictures and actually look at the way I drew Hero as a baby. That's kind of frickin' important, you know? Oh, yeah. Avery, one of the pages I converted from the file you gave me, the color file, and I finished it up, put it on the template properly, and then I even saved it out there. I put it on Facebook and Instagram. is the splash page with Hero's name, where the mom says, now I know what I'm going to name him, and it says Hero, and it's supposed to look like rocks, and you change the color so it looks like rocks and all. He doesn't have pink in his ears. It's like I just can't win, you know? Ah, well. Talk closer to the mic. Oh, well, I just moved the mic away from my face a little bit because my headphones tend to hurt my ears, so tell me if you can hear me okay now. do a couple of just... What doesn't matter? Me talking into the microphone or how I draw Hero? He'll tell me eventually. Nope, 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 nope. Well, I'm sure you've added the pink to it. It's just I don't have it on the particular file I have, so... Which isn't a big deal, but... I mean, heck, the worst case scenario, I could go in and add it myself. Just to add a little, you know, a little layer of pink and a, like 50% or whatever it would be. And it doesn't have to be perfect, so... Alright. You don't know what? Alright, let me lay out this first page. What I'm going to do real quick is just open up my reference for that series of pages. I think it was page 26 of Hero Book 1, Chapter 1. Yeah, there we go. You know what I may actually do is draw this panel from the angle, from a different angle, from, you know, because in the book, in the chapter, yeah, okay. In the chapter, you see him sitting by the pond, and then you see over his shoulders, his head, he reaches in and he touches the water. This is literally supposed to take place like right after he does that, or close to after he does that. So maybe I'll do a double panel. Maybe have him sitting on the edge of the water, maybe on a rock. Yeah, something like that. I may have to come up with something. And then maybe do an image. Oh, I got an idea. Do it where you see his face, and then there's like a big shadow on top of it. So he looks up, and then you turn the page, and you see it's Brock. That might work. That might work. I'm not... At this exact moment in time, I'm not planning on having Avery color these pages. They're more or less just going to be like special additional pages. They probably won't be in color. If he has time to color them, maybe, but maybe do some like spot, you know, backgrounds. Oh, so sorry. But I think this will actually work. I need to look up some reference for a baby bird to do a decent idea for Pudge, but I think this will work. So you guys, the only guys that are going to see this and know what's going on. Jason, what did you forget to remind me to do? Wild guess. What I forgot to do and what you didn't remind me. I forgot to hit the record button. Ah, well. Well, Avery did show me how to download the videos now, so I can download it. But it was so much easier just to record it while I worked on it. So yeah, exactly. Record button. Forgot to hit the record button. Oh well. All right. Well, you know what? These layouts I'm happy with these. I'll scan them and then do larger versions. But in the meantime, let's I said let's not Alexa. My Alexa, which sits over here on the side of my desk, lit up when I said let's For some reason, she thinks that's her name. Yeah, Alexa, just ignore me right now. All right.
Sorry, I don't know that.
I just said ignore me. All right, let's see what we got here. I haven't done a review of this comic yet, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible. It just wasn't, you know, for an anniversary issue number 700, you kind of want it to be spectacular, and it wasn't. You know, it was okay. It was, I mean the art was good. It was kind of like two regular size issues thrown together. It wasn't, oh well. I guess, first off, this cover absolutely stinks for the 700th issue of Captain America. This is a very weak, you don't even know who half the people on the cover, more than half the people on the cover are. Honestly, you really don't care anyways. And I don't even think the Hulk appears in this issue. To be honest with you, I know Bruce Banner does, but the Hulk doesn't. You know, the Thing's in here, but he's like only on a video monitor. You know, you don't actually see him. He's not part of the story so much. Yeah, I don't even think he's in this issue. Copyright gods, I'm showing you too much. Oh well, I'm just flipping through it looking for inspiration. You know what, there's a Kirby story in here that I could probably find more inspiration from that than the Mark Waid version. Alright, needless to say, I do have an idea for what I'm drawing on this cover. You know, it might be difficult in order to get it on here the way I imagine it, but you know what? Actually, I could do it this way. My idea was to do Brock and Hero on the cover, but Hero when he's a little kid. And make him like Bucky. He's Bucky, and Brock is Captain America. You know, but the way I got this set up, I don't think I could fit his shield in here. You know what might be funnier? Is if I draw Brock as Bucky and Hero as Captain America. That might be funny. You know what? Alright, I'm already not liking this. I think I'm going to change this up a little bit. You know what I think I might do? Is have them both be dressed up as Captain America. Well, maybe, I don't know. Alright, now I'm going to start recording it. Thought about maybe... No, you know what? I'm going to go back to this way, but I'm going to do it differently. Okay, I've got the idea now. It's kind of forcing it a little bit. I don't necessarily need that, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. So here's the gag on this one. It's Brock and Hero, and it's the younger version of Hero. And he's jumping into the scene. And he's dressed, maybe I'll make him Bucky. I'll still make him Bucky, but he'll be holding on to Cap's. Well, if I make him holding Cap's shield, that would be really stupid because it'd be really small compared to. Okay, never mind. I'm back. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm back on board with my own plan. All right. Hero is going to be Captain America. He's going to have the shield. And then Brock is going to be in the background, and he's going to be dressed as Bucky. That's actually funnier than what I originally planned. As originally planned, the idea was to have Brock as Captain America, because obviously Brock looks more like Captain America. But, And for anybody out there who is familiar with what happens to Brock in Book 2, this will be Book 1 version of Brock. Which, for those of you out there watching this, and I don't know if anybody would be, but Brock goes through some rather life-changing changes in the second book when Hero meets back up with him. His life has definitely gone down different paths, and some for the better, some for the worse. But he's definitely a very different character come the second book. And we're going to reflect from the first. Okay, now I got to look up reference for Bucky. Captain America and Bucky. Oh God, they're just going to show you nothing but. I was going to say they're going to show you nothing but images of the movie. That's all they have. But, oh well, I can find some actual Bucky stuff. Oh, there we go. A nice Ron Garney image of Captain America and Bucky. He really doesn't have much of a costume, does he? He's got the gloves and the blue outfit. That's about it. And then he needs a mask. And that's about it. Decorate the background with infinity stones. You don't think we're going to get enough infinity stuff over the next few weeks? Have you bought anything Infinity War related, Jason? Anything yet? Page 28 is the last page of chapter 1. Oh, okay. Okay. Are you collecting any of the... Jason, you collecting any of the pops or anything like that this time? I know you said there was like a limited edition or an exclusive Thanos or something like that. And then we'll do the shield. Ah, I hear you. Where did you find it at? Should actually draw, you know, like bullets ricocheting off the shield. You know, that type of thing. Alright, what do you guys think? Good idea, bad idea? Who cares? Just do it. Oh, okay. Alright, I probably won't get to work on this one tonight, but laying it out, doing the layouts means I have more work for the future. So, alright guys, I think I'm going to call it quits a little early. I know I tend to try to run an hour, but I'm tired. I gotta get up and go to work early. So, I appreciate you all checking in. As soon as Avery and I can finalize an exact time of when we're going to do our Google Hangout live stream with the two of us, I will send out notifications and let people know, and hopefully we'll get some people be able to join. If not, I'm pretty sure YouTube records it and makes it available later, and you guys can check in on us later. And if it's absolutely as horrible as I think it might end up being, we may. Oh yeah, okay. I'll try to remember to do that, Jason. I hear you. I know that's something you need. You gotta have. But yeah. So, all right, everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging out, and I know this was kind of a boring one. Not much happening, just a lot of layouts. But I do have a double-page spread that I need to work on next. I actually have 2 pages I need to wrap up, and then I'm doing the double-page spread. And this one's probably going to take a little bit of time. So that'll probably end up being 1 or 2 live streams worth of drawing. So I hope you all can tune in and chime in and make fun as much as you like. All right, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. Thanks again, guys. And I'll let you know about Avery and I's. And otherwise, I will be live streaming again Wednesday the 18th at 7:30. Take it easy, guys. Appreciate you stopping by.